Welcome to the June 2024 Las Vegas Real Estate Report. In this video, I'm going to cover the May Las Vegas area housing stats. We'll talk about whether home prices are going to continue to rise, which they've been doing all year. Mortgage interest rates, are we going to see any cuts this year? What's happening with new construction in the area? And what are the opportunities for buyers and sellers if you're considering investing or purchasing here in the Las Vegas area? My name is Dan O'Brien. My co-team leader and I, Cosmo Marabi, lead a team of local area experts covering all parts of the valley. Make sure you reach out to one of us for all of your real estate needs here in Las Vegas and beyond. Let's take a look at the May stats. So we sold 2,401 units. That's up 3.7. That's single family. I'm just reporting on single family homes, and the median sales price was $473,000. That's up 7% year over year. New listings also up about 20% year over year. 3,123. That's still off the pace, and that is all about homeowners being locked into low interest rates and not really wanting to give up that sub 4 interest rate. And we understand completely why that is, as the rates have been very stubborn. We'll talk about mortgage interest rates here in a moment. The median list price right around $500,000. At the end of May, there were 3,869 homes available without a contract. That's up 6% year over year, making it about 1.6 months of inventory. That's up 2.4%. Cash sales, 25.7% of all sales in May were cash. That's right in alignment with what we've seen over the last 1 to 2 years, somewhere between 24 and 26%. Same with distressed properties. They're usually under 2%, under 1.5, 1.1 for May. I always like to put this chart in here to give perspective. This is the monthly reports for all of 2023 and the first 5 months in 2024. And you can see we started out January 2023 at 425. We reached for pretty much 450. We were right around 450 from September through December, dropped down in January to 445, and we have been creeping up ever since. 460, 465, 469, and now 473 for the month of May. Here's another way to look at that right here, just to chart it out to give you that perspective of several months where we've had flat, and that's what I was just saying here, right around 450, and we've seen consistent growth, was just a sign of a little bit more buyer demand and low inventory. So we don't have enough inventory. There are people purchasing, and that is pushing the prices up, even though the interest rates have been hovering in the 7s pretty much all year. And here's a chart to show what's happened in the last 30 plus days. This is as of 6/10. This is the conventional interest rate as reported by Mortgage News Daily, which reflects no points, no discount points, because you can obviously shop for interest rates, but I always use Mortgage News Daily here on the channel to just use a consistent way to track what's happening with the interest rates. And you'll see that FHA and VA is usually about a half a point below what the conventional rate is. So you can see 7.17. It's been in the 7s. The red indicates a movement up in the interest rate, and the green is a movement down. So you can kind of see we've stayed pretty much, we haven't gone below 7 except for right here, 515, we're at 6.99. Here's a 2-year graph just to show what has happened with the interest rates. And this is all about a couple of things. It's the economic reports, the jobs reports, and inflation. So inflation is staying stubborn. We're resilient. We're out there purchasing things as consumers. And this volatility of the mortgage interest rate is all about those reports that come out on a weekly, monthly basis, the key reports that then impact the market, what happens with the stock market, the 10-year treasury, and so forth, and the interest rates then adjust. So we're not going to see these interest rates come down until the Fed sees consistent decreasing of inflation, getting closer to that 2% that they've been looking for several years now. And that's why we're kind of hovering right here in this area. Mortgage News Daily, if you're really interested in diving into the details of why the rates are what they are, highly recommend checking out mortgagenewsdaily.com if you like to track the numbers. So where are the opportunities? Well, there are opportunities for buyers and sellers, and it's just really all about your personal goals. The opportunities for buyers with resales has been this way, and I report on it every month, it seems like, for the last year. I feel like we have a mixed market. One would say it's really a seller's market by the pure definition of it, because we have 1.4 months of supply, and generally anything under 6 months of supply is considered a seller's market. But here's the deal. It depends. If the resale listing is competitively priced and it's in great condition, meaning it's a newer home or it's an older home, 20 to 30 years old, but the owner has updated it and brought it up to today's standard, that's what everybody wants. We take a lot of buyers out, and when we walk into a home that really needs updating, it has original cabinets and flooring and kitchen counters and so forth, many people will walk in and say there's too much work to do here, but that is actually where the opportunities are. Those homes tend to stay on the market longer. People see that they need to do the renovations, and that's where opportunities are if you're not afraid to jump in and put some money into that, or you have that kind of background and you don't mind renovating. And we're not talking about fixer uppers. I'm just talking about homes that have dated interiors. So the homes that are in great shape and they're updated or they're newer, those generally are getting multiple offers. Okay, so that's what I mean by a mixed market. The same thing is over in the new build market. There is a mixed market, meaning there are some home builders who are controlling the inventory. They've been doing it for months, meaning they just release 2 to 3 homes, maybe a month. Okay, maybe a little bit more. And they are creating this sense of urgency and FOMO, right? People don't want to, that fear of missing out. And there are waiting lists, and we've had buyers be on waiting lists. Some of them are only taking a month or two. Some are taking 3 to 6 months to be able to come up next on the list to purchase a home. While there are other builders that have inventory and they are ready, they're quick move-ins. They might be ready now or in the next 2 to 3 months. And that is where a lot of the opportunities are. Most builders are still offering lower interest rate incentives, and in many cases paying a percentage of the buyer's closing costs. And that's where we excel as a team, being able to know where those opportunities are and how we can negotiate and put a great new construction deal together, negotiate on your behalf so that you get max credits and get the best possible pricing as well as interest rates if you're going to get a mortgage. Okay, so there are opportunities if you're a buyer, and as long as the interest rates stay around the 7s, we're going to continue to see the builders offering incentives to drive their sales traffic. Now, all of this is going to change if and when we ever get the rate cuts and then the corresponding interest rate, mortgage interest rate deduction or reductions, and we get down into the 6s and so forth. I personally feel there'll be more people jumping into the market waiting for this to happen. And honestly, I see nothing but the prices going up if we continue to have not enough inventory, meaning not everybody puts their homes on the market, but there is all of a sudden a huge demand because there's pent up demand as people have been sitting on the sidelines almost 2 years now in some cases, waiting for the interest rates to come down. That's just going to create competition, multiple offers, which is going to result in prices unless there is enough inventory that comes onto the market. It always boils down to supply and demand. It really does. All right, seller opportunities. If you have a home that you need to sell right now and it's in that category of it's updated and it could be competitively priced, there will be a lot of interest in it. You could definitely get a multiple offer situation going on. You certainly could wait a little bit if you wanted to, if you're thinking of selling your home until the interest rates come down, which again is going to create even more buyers in the market, which again will be more competition. So it's just really, again, what are your goals? So if you need to sell and buy, remember, you can't do both. If you're a homeowner, you can potentially sell at the top of the market, but you're not. But when you go put the buyer's hat on, you're going to compete if that's the situation, if we're in a stronger seller's market. But reach out to anybody on our team here. We'll be happy to sit down and do a thorough consultation to review what your goals are and talk about strategies and finding a path for you to purchase a home or to sell your home and maybe purchase a home as well. All right, that does it for the June market update here in the Las Vegas Valley. If you're not already following us on YouTube, we're also on TikTok and Instagram. We will see you in next month's update.